Good evening, viewers. You're welcome to Integration TV Switzerland. I'm your host, Donald Okumbo. Today, we're going to be having some interview online with a very well-known, renowned author, Mr. CHIDI EZEOBI from New Jersey, United States. So he's going to be discussing with us and letting us know more about his new book. Welcome. Good to have you online, Mr. CHIDI EZEOBI.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Donald. Thank you, Integration TV. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for your time. Sir, your new book, Hammer Sentence, the title is really captivating. Please tell us something about it.
Of poem, and there's particularly about, specifically about mass incarceration in America. The criminal justice system in America that is running amok. America imprisoned 3/3 of its population. So as a victim of a mass incarceration, so I use sledgehammer sentence to shed light on mass incarceration in America.
Wow. It's like Jim Crow laws still exist today after over a century of abolishing the Jim Crow laws. Well, as you sledgehammer, it really, I've glanced through it. So what really inspires you to write this book?
The mass incarceration in America that is running amok. I was a victim of mass incarceration, so I use sledgehammer sentence to shed light on the American prison system so that the whole world can see and read about the American criminal justice system.
Wow, that's really encouraging. So how many books have you written so far? Tell us about them.
Books. 6 books. Doubting Christ, as the title implies, is a book about Christ, Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Who is Jesus Christ of Nazareth? That is, I have a maid servant, is a fiction. A maid servant is a book about a maid that was adopted by a rich family here in America, in Pocono, to be precise, in Pennsylvania. So the rich family, this young lady called Ngozi, they abused her, and she was, her talent, she became an artist, and they took the art or his talent and credited to their own daughter. And then I have another book, 2 children's book, Woody and the Animals. Woody and the Animals is about the injustice done to animals. And there's a kid, mouse. And I have another book called The Forgotten Princess and the Shark. Is a fiction as well. It's about a young princess that was born, and she was born, and she became very her because they want to, the king of Ulomland want to sacrifice her, kill her, because he was afraid that she's going to one day become the queen of the Ulom land. And I have another book called Remind the World. Is another collection of poems.
Wow, interesting. And how would you direct us? I can't wait to get one of your newest book, Sledgehammer Sentence. How do we get it? How do we order it online?
Books are sold on Amazon, Barnes and Noble, Walmart, the sledgehammersentence.com, and the other major bookstores all over the world.
Wow, interesting. My wife is a writer. What really amazes me about writers is your time, your dedication. So how long does it really take you to write a complete book?
Honestly, there is no specific time, no time it takes to write a book. It depends on what type of book one is writing. But I tell you what, it is just, it needs a lot of time to write a book.
I can imagine.
Like I said, it takes in about 6 months to 1 year to write a book. It could take some people. It takes some people 10 years to write a
You're right,
book.
exactly. That's very true. Let me ask this very important question. Reading is to the mind what exercise is to the body. And if you want to go far in life, you really have to read lots of books because readers are leaders. There's a saying that if you want to hide any information from a black man, just write it in a book. And we know that most blacks, reading is not really our thing. So how would you encourage African Americans or Africans to improve our reading culture?
Just commit and keep reading and reading and reading. That's the only way to encourage people, is to take reading serious. Take it serious. Turn it into fun. Let it be fun reading. Okay, so when people see reading as a fun thing to do, as a hobby, they are going to drastically improve in their reading.
Wow, interesting. So who are the writers you admire as most, both African and international writers?
The great writer from Nigeria, the writer of Author of Things Fall Apart, Chimamanda Muzie, another great writer from Nigeria, the author of Half of the Yellow Sun, Cyprian Equincy, I admire him,
Wow.
Wolo Soyinka, J.P. Clark from Ghana, and James Patterson from America.
Wow, interesting. And these are some of these writers are also some of my favorite writers as well. I read books about them. I read some of their books. So coming to the marketing, what do you think African writers, both Africans and African American writers, should be doing to compete with on the international scale? Because a best-selling book is always different from a good writer. A good writer doesn't always imply you're going to make good sales in that book. So what do you think we should be doing to really compete in international in terms of marketing?
Is awareness, creating awareness. That's number one thing, because book doesn't sell itself. But if we create awareness about your book and our books, people will know about the book. Example, we are going to keep supporting ourselves, encouraging ourselves, just the same way you people give me an opportunity. Integration TV give me opportunity now to tell my story so that the world can hear me. So the problem is we do not have anybody that will speak for us.
Exactly.
So that's why I love and encourage people like you, Donald, and Integration TV. I mean, word cannot express the kind of support, how my heart is full of joy. Please keep doing what you're doing. That's all we need. Bring people like us to the world so that the world can know us.
Thank you very much. Thank you for that. And among the books you've written, the 6 books, they all look, the title, they really, one thing I really appreciate about your writing after glancing through your new book, Sledgehammer Sentence, is your simplicity. You know, the language you use in writing a book is very, very critical, ensuring that your audience understands what you're writing about. I mean, how are you doing that? What makes you use such a simple language for people to really understand what you're talking about?
And it was so challenging to me reading a book like some books. I don't want to mention names, but some books, you read the books, you do not understand anything the book says. So then I said to myself, the best thing to do is simplify my writing. My skill is not about, let me tell you something. If you are reading what you don't understand, it is a noise to you. So I said to myself, why would people reading my books and going is understanding the book versus understanding what I want to tell them? So I choose to simplify it so that everybody can hardly will understand, enjoy the book when they read it.
Wow, interesting. So what's your best book so far? If you want to recommend among the 6 books, which would you recommend to your audience to lay their hands on?
It's like asking a parent who is his or her favorite child. All of them are my favorite. Anyone you try, I guarantee you, read one, you read all. That's what I tell people. You read one of my book, you're gonna want to read all of them. They're all interesting books in their own right.
Wow, great. Thank you for your time. It's really great to have you around. We are so impressed. Thank you very much, sir. Definitely. To all our viewers out there, please visit CHIDI.com and get more information. You can order from Amazon and other social networks. Thank you very much for your time, and we hope to have you again in the future. Remain blessed.